guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Kelsey Vetri. I am so glad that you are watching and you are becoming a part of this YouTube family. I really am trying to grow this YouTube channel. I hope that you guys enjoy the content that I've been putting out. Today I did a makeup tutorial on this very smoky, bronzy, peachy, summertime date night type of look. This is super wearable and super dramatic at the same time, which I love. It's my favorite type of look to do. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys want to see next. So, without further ado, if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. So I am going to just start off by priming my face. I'm using the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So now I'm going to use a little bit of my smoothing primer from Makeup Forever. I'm just going to put this in the T-zone. And then for this look, I am going to use some tape. This is a look that I did the other night when we went out. We had a bull roast to go to for my boyfriend's softball team. And this is the look that I did. I had a ton of compliments, so I figured I would share how I did it with you guys. And with tape, just make sure you always put it on the back of your hand a few times before you put it on your face. I've made that mistake before and whew, it is not fun trying to get the tape off. Once I have that tape on and I know that both of them are even, I am going to prime my eyes. I'm just using the Naked Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Light Neutral. So to set the concealer, I'm going to take this first pale shade right here and then just really lightly set the entire eye. So for this look today, I am going to be using my Morphe 350 palette. I know that this is probably so overdone. Like, I know there's so many tutorials of Morphe 350 palettes, but it really is like an amazing palette. Like, there's everything in here that you could possibly need. The only thing that's really missing is the matte black, but yeah, I just always gravitate towards this because there's so many beautiful shades and this whole warm side is like totally me, so I always gravitate towards this palette. For my first transition shade, I'm going to be going in with these two colors right here. I'm actually going to mix them, so it's a very pale yellowish orangey shade and then a very neutral brown shade. And then I'm going to go in with my R37 brush from Morphe, and with these transition shades I'm going to start them out on the lash line and then smoke it upwards. I'm not going heavy-handed straight into the crease. I really want the most pigment to be down by my lash line and then really blended and smoked out into the crease. And the beautiful thing about using tape is that you really can be messy and not have to worry about so much fallout or anything, or not having a harsh enough line. And then I'm going to continuously just go gradually darker and darker. That's the best way to get that smoked out effect without having any harsh lines, is just continuously going down your shades and just getting a little bit darker and a little bit darker, and just piling them on helps the blending out process. So I am going to go in with this shade right here. It's just a really pretty warm brown. And I'm going to take this and do the exact same thing, but I'm going to stay closer to the lash line. I'm not going to blow it out into the crease as much. We'll just keep going back and forth. This is the R37 brush, I believe, that I was using. Yeah, the R37 brush. And I'm not going to put any more product on it. I'm just going to use whatever's left to just help blend out these colors. And then I am going to take the darkest shade in this palette, which is this shade right here. And then I'm going to line my upper lash line only on the outer half of the eye. So it's like I'm pretty much drawing a wing but it's using eyeshadow rather than liner. Sometimes winged eyeliner can look so harsh on the eyes, especially if you're more on the pale side with lighter eyes, everything. Sometimes black heavy winged liner can be way too much. So it's a great alternative for anyone that's looking for something that's a little bit more wearable and a little bit more daytime appropriate rather than a really bold wing. This is a lot more soft and subtle. It's just flicking it out because the tape will keep that harsh line for us. And then what I'm going to do to blend that out, because I really want this liner to be super kind of smoky, so I'm just going to take a pencil brush, this is the M169, and just blend that out onto the lid. And then once I have it blended out, I will just keep going back and forth until I get the darkness that I'm looking for. And then once you have completed your wing, gently just pull off the tape and you can see that really gorgeous line that that tape had given us. And you can see all the extra fallout that's caught onto the tape. So once both liners are done, I am going to go back in with the first shade that we used to set the concealer. And I'm just going to brighten up this inner corner. So that's pretty much it for my eyeshadow. It's pretty simple. I mean, it seems like it's a lot of work, but in reality it's really not. It's pretty easy to do, and I love how wearable it is. It gives you that smoky, sexy vibe without it being too bold. So because I really do my full face every single time I do a tutorial, today I'm only going to show you the finishing parts of my face. I'm not going to show you the whole foundation routine and everything like that. I am going to let you know that I am going to be mixing my L'Oreal Pro Glow. This is the shade 201 and 203. I do have a little bit of a self tan still, so I'm going to be mixing these shades, and then I will be adding a little bit of my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal into that foundation. Because this eye look is very matte, I want everything else to be very dewy and very bright. So these three are going to be on my face, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I just finished up the rest of my face. What I did was my foundation, concealer, and powder. I did not powder my whole face. I just powdered underneath my eyes and through my T-zone just because I want this to still appear very dewy and fresh. So now I'm going to go in and put on mascara and eyeliner. I have been loving the Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara by L'Oreal again. This used to be one of my favorites. Stopped using it for a while, and now I'm back to it, and I love it. It makes your lashes so black, and that's what I love underneath the falsies. I hate when my lashes aren't as dark as the falsies because it makes it super obvious that you're wearing them. I am going to do my lower lash line. I'm going to take the darkest shade that we used as the eyeliner and my flat to finer brush and take this, apply it as close to the lash line as you can get. Sorry, as close to the waterline as you can get, that's what I meant. And I'm only doing it on this outer third of my eye. I don't want to bring this in very far. And then I am going to take that same pencil brush and blend it out with this transition shade that we used. And then just to further smoke that out, I'm going to go in with this Crown 159 brush. It's a double-sided brush. I'm going to take the fluffy end and that orange transition shade and just blow out this lash line. And then I am going to apply that shade that we used in our inner corners to the inner corner of the lower lash line, just so that it stays bright on the inner corner. For lashes today, I am going to be using my Demi Wispies. While I let those lashes, the glue, dry, I'm going to take my Carbon Black and do my lower lashes. And then to line my waterline, I'm going in with this NYX liner in Golden Bronze. Now I am just going to highlight my inner corners. I want it to be very bright, but I want it to have a little bit of a tint of color to it, just like a little pop. I am going to go in with this really pretty holographic shade right here. And I'm going to use this to highlight my inner corners, and I am going to spritz it with just a little bit of my rose water spray, just to make the color really intense. And then my go-to lately for setting my brow bone has been MAC Emphasize. It's a shaping powder. Lately, it's all I've been using. I'm actually going to take Ice Queen from Makeup Geek. It came off. Okay, so I'm taking a little bit of the Ice Queen, tapping off all of the excess. I do not want a lot of this on my brush at all. And I'm just going to touch right at the arch of my brow. And what that does is it helps lift your brow a little bit more, but it gives you that very like popping underbrow highlight without it being too much. I'm just going to bronze with a little bit of my butter bronzer, and lately I have been using this Morphe M401 dome brush to bronze. I love it because it has a pointy edge, but it's super fluffy, so it blends it out so seamlessly. And then I am going to contour my nose, and lately what I have been loving to use to contour my nose is this M517 brush. It is pretty stiff, but it has that blending brush shape. It's just a little bit more dense, which I actually like because I have a lot more control. And then for blush, I am going to go in with Milani's Luminoso. Our whole eye look is matte. I really don't want anything else on the face to be matte. And then I'm going to do two types of highlighting today. I am going to go in with my Josie Maran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing Veil. I've used this a few times on my channel. I really love to take some of this with any just like fluffy brush, duo, fiber brush, anything really. Just take some on here, and I'm literally going to drench myself in this stuff. Anywhere that I want the light to hit, I'm going to put this. I am going to go in and highlight my face using the Wet n Wild, this is Precious Petals, yeah, the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlight. It's the perfect shade when I have a little bit of a spray tan. I can use it when I'm super dark, and I can use it the entire time as my spray tan fades. This is not something that I can use when I'm pale. I can use it as an eyeshadow, but it is too dark for me when I am pale. So when I have a little bit of a tan, this has been my go-to. I'm just going to spritz myself with some of this. And then for lips, I'm going to go in with Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Exposed. I'm going to top it with MAC. This is Kinda Sexy. It's a matte lipstick. I'm going to use this ColourPop lip gloss. This is one of their sheer lip glosses in the shade Abu. And that is the completed look. I really, really enjoy this makeup look. This is going to be so perfect for all of summer, any date nights that you have, or any even daytime events, cookouts, anything. I mean, you really can do just about anything with this makeup look. Very glowy, very bronze, very peachy. I love it.
That very, like, pouty. That very pouty look. See? Can't deal with myself today. I just cannot deal.